What's up, guys? We are back playing some rapid chess on chess.com. I'm going to be explaining the thought process, and I'm not ending the stream until we get at least one brilliant move. Okay, against d4, let's play knight f6. Maybe we'll play a Budapest gambit. We need to see c4. There we go. So this is the Budapest gambit. It's pretty good, especially at the lower levels. When you get to 23, 2400, it's probably not as good, but I still play it. So we're trying to take back our pawn. And usually they will defend with the knight, and then we'll attack it with the pawn again. Opponent is chatting to me. Apparently they watched my videos. All right. We'll see if they're going to defend with the knight. Here we go. We'll play d6. And so we were hoping that they were going to take us and allow us to do a trap. It didn't happen. So in this case, Ant from Delaware, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate you. So we have to actually take back our pawn now. And it might look like we're in trouble after the queen trade. But actually, we can play c6, stop the knight. We can tuck our king here on c7. And we have a really solid position. And it's an endgame. Don't really get to attack them. But there's nothing wrong with this. And you're going to see how it's very difficult for white to figure out what to do. So we're going to tuck the king here, and then we just develop the pieces. He plays e3, so leaving the bishop stuck in. I guess it doesn't really have anywhere to go anyway. Let's go to c7. Okay, he's probably going to castle or something, which is fine. I think we can develop this bishop to right here, put some pressure on the pawn. Knight's going to go here. This bishop has some options, and then the rooks come to the open file. It's very easy to play this, so that's why I don't mind this line where they trade the queens. I think we're already equal, which is what you want. My opponent is still talking to me. They might come watch the stream. What's up, Rob? Yeah, we're going for 2 in a row here. Okay, so they want to do this, but they can't because this. I want to bring out my bishop, but where? Maybe I just go here. I mean, I don't know if we want to go here for any reason. Let's just get out of the way from the rooks and line up on the D file. They can't do this yet because the pawn. I could attack with h5, try to open up this rook over here. That seems actually reasonable. Okay, so they definitely want to go here. That's why they're defending. I think now might be a good moment. There's even a crazy checkmate. If I get my bishop here and this goes here, that's checkmate, right? Look at that. That would be cool. So if I take, they take back. We now have an open H file. Does that benefit me or not? I could close it off if I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that benefits me or not. Okay, let's trade it. I mean, it doesn't seem like it makes a big difference one way or the other because we both have control of the file, right? I like that I have a target here. Don't really see too many weaknesses to attack. That's one problem. We can play rook h4. He's going to take and then move his pawn. Doesn't really help me. Okay, I'm just going to attack the pawn. I'm trying to get him to create some weaknesses. So maybe if you push too far forward, it becomes even easier for me to attack the pawn. If you go here, now your bishop is kind of stuck a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do. If there was some way we could force control of the H file, I think that would be really valuable, but I don't see how we can do that. Like sometimes if you can attack the square, for example, like this, you force them to either leave and give up the file or to trade and then you get the file. But in this case, I don't see a way to get my bishop on this diagonal easily. Obviously, we don't want to do something crazy like this because as soon as we push the pawn forward, we create huge weaknesses. Whoa. Whoa, he voluntarily gives it up. That seems very strange, and I am quite glad to see that. I think we just immediately can invade now and double up, and yeah, that's a interesting decision, to say the least. Wonder why they did that. Okay, we could play bishop b4 and threaten this. I could push by, but then my knight... If I take, I have to watch out for a fork here. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go here. Maybe I'll throw in a check to lure the king a little bit away from the center. Although then it does defend the pawn over here, so I'm not sure if that's a useful check or not. Also have to watch out for some crazy tactics. But it doesn't work because you would lose your bishop. Okay, so here, I take, you take. I jump in. Yeah, that should be good for me because two bishops are hanging. Okay, let's go. So basically all I'm trying to do is put the pressure on this bishop. And maybe there's some, if the bishop moves, some kind of tactics where we can take and get two pieces. I'm not sure if it all details work out. Rook d8 is interesting. Yes, finally starting to get some opportunities here, primarily because my rook was able to invade. I think if white didn't do that, I don't know what I was going to do. Okay, they push by, so I guess I just have to retreat my bishop. Takes, then this check comes in. I don't like that. Yeah, I think we just have to go back. Goes for bishop d3. If I take and the rook takes, I would be happy. It's the king that I don't have a response to, right? because we can't go here. So do I bring my rook over? So what is white's plan? This tactic doesn't really work. This tactic. I'm not sure what's going on because I could take this pawn, but then I don't know if we like this bishop coming. I don't think I should do that. I don't think I should let that happen. I'm going to get away from that tactic. And then I'm going to come over here. Just have these pawns. A little bit annoying, but sometimes they also can become easier targets the closer that they get further down the board. And I have this file, which I'm really happy about. Also the second rank. So I think we should be better. I think we should definitely be better. If I can figure out a way to get this bishop into the game, I'll be happy. Like, I don't know if we at some point undermine these pawns and come out this way. Maybe I go here and try to get 2 rooks. Bishop c5 would threaten this. That's interesting. Sack. And then a fork. Maybe I can just attack the pawn this way. Okay, small time advantage. That's good. Okay, so he does push. So let's see. I guess just reroute this way. I don't really want to disconnect my rooks. Put my knight on the edge of the board. Can also reroute this way, but I think d6 looks like a better square. Okay, let's do that. What? He's going to let me do this? And this? Wow. I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, I didn't see that. Did not see that one. This is just a pawn, though, so I still feel like we should have some compensation here. I'm just not sure where to put my rook. Oh, there's this annoying fork if I go here. Okay, that's actually pretty annoying. Probably have to go back. Okay. Let's do this. We'll go back. I missed that pawn hanging there, but I still think my position should be good. I mean, look at these pieces. Just have to find some tactic that works here. That's the only thing. And we do have pressure on this pawn, so white has to watch out for that, for this. It's really rare when you can get both rooks on the second rank like this and there not be a really good move for you. So we'll see if that holds true in this game. This guy is so aggressive with the pawns. Wow. Okay, let's try to be more active with my bishop. Hmm. I'm going to put my king here. Attack the bishop, defend the pawn. Attack the pawn. Try not to get forked. Try not to blunder a rook. Or get mated. He can't go here though, so we don't have to worry about that. These bishops are so good though. Man. I would do well to trade this knight for one of these bishops. Let's try to keep the pressure up here. Okay. Ooh, do I have a tactic? Hmm. Trying to get two pieces. So he does have that move. Should be able to win this pawn. Okay, good. Good, good, good. No! Nelson, no! Oh, now I have to try to flag him. Why did I do that? I'm so mad at myself. We're going to win on time, but I don't deserve to win this game. Ah. Did we get a brilliant move? Did we get a brilliant move? We might have done it. First brilliant move of 2026. I bet it was rook takes whatever I took when I sacrificed the rook. 2 brilliant moves. Yes. Look what the time pressure does to the game. It's amazing. It's amazing what a little time pressure does. Okay. 2 brilliant moves. Let's see what we had. Wait. First, I have to update this. This is a big moment. Big moment for us, guys. All right. Oh, that was intense. Man. Okay. Yeah, I felt like this was not a great move. And you can see Stockfish says, yeah, that's not ideal letting me invade. Okay, so Stockfish likes everything that I did. Okay, doesn't like that. Not awful, but just doesn't love it. Oh, and here, Stockfish actually would give up the rook, defend the pawn, and sacrifice the exchange. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, so we save the rook. Yeah, it was pretty equal for most of this game. It was pretty equal. Aha. There's the brilliant move. Yes. Okay. So what's the point? Well, if you can get 2 pieces for a rook, that's a good trade. Right? So that's what I was trying to do. The only way white stops that is by simply trading bishops. But then I got rid of that annoying bishop, and I can go back to the second rank, and the game goes on, which is what happened. Okay. And then I guess the other brilliant move was going to be... So the reason that I have a better position here, a slight advantage, is because my rook is more active than white's rook, and my king is better positioned than white's king, because I'm closer to this pawn. So even though everything is equal, material-wise, it's not actually equal because of the activity of the pieces. Okay? So now I'm just winning some pawns and then pushing my pass pawn, right? That's it. Push it. And then even here, I sort of blundered this, but it didn't matter because my pawn was far enough. That's the nice thing about... Oh, that was a... I had to go king f4 and rook g2. Ah. You know, I did think about king f4 for a split second, and then I decided against it. He had to play bishop d3 to keep the bishop guarding this square because I'm going to get a queen. He didn't do that, and that's why I was able to play this other brilliant move, rook d1, to make way for the queen. And then I just forgot that I was going to get pinned here. Yeah, I mean, any other move. Queen e5 would win, here would win. Even just a random pawn. Actually, no, that might not. But yeah, I had plenty of winning moves, basically. Okay. Good game. Good game. 24. We got 2,400. We somehow got a lucky win and 2 brilliant moves in the same game. That was a good game. You can't ask for much more than that. That was a great game. Okay, e4. I'm going to go with the elephant gambit. Ooh. Ooh. This is not the elephant gambit. This is the Khan gambit, because I wasn't expecting him to play bishop c4. It's all right. We can work with this, maybe. Let's be aggressive. Let's be aggressive. Okay, so he defends his bishop, so he takes away my little cheap tactic. But I'll just keep developing. No worries. Pin this guy. And get my king out of the center. You cannot leave your king in the center in these e4, e5 openings. Is way too dangerous. All right, I'm going to force him back. And then how aggressive do I want to be? That's the question. No, I think I should not do that. Let's go with c6 for now. Gotta get rid of this pawn so my knight can come here, hopefully. And if not, maybe I'll just take this. Oh, knight c3, we can... But we have to watch out for this one. We do have bishop e7. Could also throw in g5 here if that would make sense. Because then, oh, yeah, g5, then we could take, actually. Because we've got 2 and 2. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm giving myself the kingside weaknesses because I'm going to get a pawn. I'm not going to get a pawn. Wow. Didn't see that one. If I take, he's going to get a queen. Takes, knight c6, or let's say knight d7. Takes. We sack and exchange, but we have really annoying threats. Because here's the thing. If he can't stop me from, let's say I took with the knight here, how do you deal with that? I mean, that's going to be... Oh, wow. This is actually really interesting. Okay, I mean, option number one, we just take with the knight. We have a great position. He's going to go back. Game goes on. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's better. Don't need to sack the rook for no reason. I just do this and go here, right? But it's really interesting because, okay, takes here, knight c6, we lose the rook, we take it. My next move is going to be knight d4, and you have a problem if you're white because I have this, I have my knight, I have my queen. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that if you're white? You can't block because these are covered. Well, you could block with knight e4, but then I take. Actually, take there. Man, guys. I might regret this. Let's do it. I might regret this, but let's do it. For the content. For the content. Okay. So the nice thing about my position is this pin with the threat of knight d4 with the queen is really good. And h3 doesn't really help you because I'm just going to go back and keep it there. Same threat. And white has the same problem. And oh, that's the move I didn't think about. Guys. That's a good move. That's a really good move. I don't want to take that and pin myself. But I have to deal with it because this is a huge fork. Oh man, wow, I didn't see that. Yep. That was such a good move. We're in trouble now. Uh-oh. Okay, what are my options? What are my options here? I don't have a lot of options, do I? If we take and play rook d8 and sack the other rook, here we have, no, we don't even have f5 anymore. All right, let's go. I'm going to find a way to make this work. We might have to sacrifice all our pieces, but that's how you get the brilliant moves, right? So I think he's going to go here. Oh, Okay. Oh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So much for that idea. Dude, okay. We're just getting obliterated. I didn't see that either. If I don't take the queen, he's going to take my bishop. I can't defend it. So I have to take it, but then I'm still losing because of this. So I'm just losing. However you look at it, I'm just losing. Queen f6. Wow. I didn't see any of this stuff, guys. Yeah, I guess we just lose. I don't know. I'm sorry. I kind of want to just resign. It's that bad. It's really that bad. I'm going to go into an endgame down a rook. It's just and a bunch of pawns. Unbelievable. Okay. I messed that up. I didn't see 95. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, all I had to do was just take it back. Just take it back. My position's fine. Game goes on. That's it. I just blundered. In my mind, I'll tell you what I was thinking in my mind. I was thinking that once I play 95 next move, white's in trouble. Like for example, some random move, 94, now they're in trouble because of this and this and this. Doctor says that's not even the case. They could still just play 94 and be fine, but in my mind, and for some reason I just thought I was fine, and then I didn't even think about this. Well, they played h3 first, which was actually better, and then knight here is good. Man. And we lost 12 points just like that. I'm telling you, these 2200s, Sicilian again. Okay, I'm going to try to do, okay. Against a6, I like to play g3 and put the bishop over here because what they're doing with a6 basically kind of takes away the options for your bishop because you can't go there. And even if you go here, you have to worry about the Noah's Ark trap all the time. And so that's why I like to put it over here instead. So if they ever play b5, now we have our bishop on a nice diagonal here, right? And we might still go for f4, and it's kind of like a Grand Prix attack, but it's different without the bishop here. Now you probably are wondering, why is he going to h3? So the point is, a lot of times you want to castle and play f4, but your knight would be in the way on f3. The other point is after you play f4, it's nice to play g4. But if your knight's on e2, you can't play g4 because they take you. But now, my queen defense, so I can actually play everything right away all at once without slowing down. f4, g4, f5, g, you know, whatever I want to do. Keeps this open, keeps this open. Temporarily, it's a weird place, but that's the idea. And sometimes, a lot of times, like, black's trying to push d5, and you can also come here and attack the center a lot. So there's a lot of reasons why you might want to do that. And you can always reroute here and then play g4 like this if we need to. Okay, so option 1, take it and pin the knight and try to jump into d5. Option 2, go here, sack a pawn, and then, I don't know, try to go in with one of these pieces. Option 3, just leave it alone, don't do anything, and do some other move. I don't know. Something tells me I should play the gambit one. Yeah, let's do it. Of course, she's going to take me. Which one? Which one should we do? I guess let's get the bishop out there because this pin is pretty annoying with the d5 square being available to us. Remember, whenever they push like 2 pawns up like this, like c5 and e5, it leaves a hole where it's really good for your pieces because there's no pawns, right, that can ever attack you because they've moved forward. So that's why I'm really trying to like make use of this d5 square here. If this pawn was back here and I try to go there, they can always just play e6 and make me leave. So it's not as big of a deal, right? Even trading my bishop for the knight so that I can jump in might make sense because it's just such a nice outpost. Okay, so we have to check if we just win a piece here. I guess the queen can go back. I'm still going to do it, like I just said, and it comes with a tempo. He just wasted 2 moves, essentially, by having to go out and back. And now I can keep attacking. I think queen h5. So now we've got a knight. We've got a rook. We've got a queen. Maybe we trade. Excuse me. Maybe we trade and bring the other knight in. Black's still trying to develop. You don't really want to castle this way anymore. So I think our position looks good now. Never mind. He wants to castle that way. Wow. Wow. Okay. So he's basically saying, if you try to do this, I'm going to use my queen. So I need to find a different way to attack. If I go with this, bishop probably just goes back. Then I could play knight g5. Then I win. Then I actually win. So king g7. So then I play rook f1. Could also win. Yeah, this looks like a brilliant move right here, my friends. Let's go. Let's go. Because you have to deal with the bishop. I've got knight g5. I've got rook f1. And how are you going to stop all that stuff? I don't think you can. I mean, bishop g7, knight g5 is a huge threat because that's just checkmate. You can't defend it with any pieces. You can't block it because you're missing this pawn. You can try to run, but there's no way. Okay, so he's stopping knight g5. Okay. But I could take, if the queen takes, same thing. If the knight takes, maybe that's his only move. Knight takes, and then he's going to reroute his knight. If I go here, though, maybe he'll play something like f6. Okay, so that's what we have to watch out for. So why don't I just start by bringing my rook over? Wait, is f6 a move? Kind of amazing that there's no obvious way through. I guess we'll play rook f1 and then just take our time with the attack. I think we have like a long-term attack, so I don't have to rush. I was thinking I was going to win in the next couple of moves, but maybe not. Maybe he can survive a little bit. But I still feel like these rooks are really bad. I can get this bishop into the game somehow, but it's not easy to do. Okay. So now I'm threatening takes and knight g5. So this obviously doesn't matter. How does he stop takes and knight g5? That's the question. He goes 96. Okay. Sure. Stops it like that. Let's think. Rook f5. Bishop can go around. It's a slow plan, but it's a plan. Knight can go back here and here. And then it allows the bishop to come in. I don't like how it blocks my rook, though. This takes 2 moves. This takes 2 moves. I think I'd rather leave the knight there, right? Have the bishop here, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go here with the bishop. Because, yeah, if we get the bishop on f5, now we have some serious threats. It's slow, but I don't think black has a great plan. Knight g7 just seems like a random move, but probably just move my queen and continue. Actually, yeah, then we're threatening here and here again. So that doesn't really make sense for the knight. So yeah, I don't know. What's he going to do? How are you going to stop this? Peter Potzer would know what to do. King h8. So he wants to do that, maybe? Okay, well, we're going to continue. Because now it opens up my rook, so you can't really do that. So now we're one move away from a game-ending threat. Like if it was our turn, it would just be game over. The black has to figure out something. Okay. Like I said, I think I'm just going to move my queen here. Does he want to play f5? Is that what's going on? The thing about f5 is I'll just take knight g5. He has to move his knight somewhere. No, there's no way he can survive that position. There's no way. Maybe he wants to play f6, but that's so ugly. That is so ugly. I think I would still go there. Then the rook comes up and we're threatening it again. Alternatively, I could try to reroute the knight here. But I don't know if that's needed. The knight's really good where it is. Bishop f5 takes. He offers me a draw. Dude, no. No thanks. No thanks. We don't want to draw. I'm trying to get checkmate. I'm trying to get brilliant moves here. He plays f5. Okay. This is the one that I thought he can't survive. We take. We go here. You have to stop checkmate. The only way to stop checkmate that I can see is by moving this knight somewhere. Knight h5, honestly, is probably the best move for him. Takes. Some sort of rook f7. I can also take with the pawn. All right, we gotta go. Let's do this line. This line looks better. I don't want to get flagged this game. So now he has to move his knight. Here you just lose it. Here or here. Oh, but here I take with the bishop, save my bishop. Probably has to go knight e8. And then I could still go bishop h5 or take here. Uh-huh. Oh, I could even take this. Huh. That's a cool one. I could even take that. Is that the best move? Pretty good one, I think. Although then he can sack his rook and the game goes on. I mean, okay. This is ridiculous. Let's just take this. This has got to be winning. Got to leave myself enough time to find the tactic here. Let's say he plays queen g7. What am I going to do? Maybe just just keep the pieces on the board, right? Just go back. He's all bottled up. He's going to get forked. He's going to get captured. Just don't let the queens get traded and you're fine. So we're threatening this and we're threatening this. How's he going to stop both of those things? I don't know. He might just play knight f6 and give me the exchange. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're up a pawn. Yep. We're just up a pawn in this endgame. And we have an amazing position, too. Defend that. Okay, I'm going to get my king. Let's see, where do I want my king to be? Maybe here. Let's just go here, get the pawns up there. That's fine. Okay. I think we got a brilliant move. We had to have gotten a brilliant move there. Let's see. Yes. Yes. There we go. Yes, so Stockfish agrees with me here, f5. And bishop g5. And trading. And queen h5. Okay, it wanted me to take with the pawn. So it was probably just wanted me to push these pawns forward. Yeah, that actually looks really good too. Just throw the pawns forward and black's going to have a tough time. Okay. But this is not an awful move. But it wasn't brilliant. It wants me to just take it. Just take it, try to use the pawn. He's going to blockade. And now reroute my knight to force that, and then you push the pawn and you win with the pawn. See, this is a weakness in my mind. I think I sometimes don't appreciate the strength of just pushing pawns forward, like using the pawns to attack. Right? That's the second time this game that we saw that. Okay. But still, ooh, that was the... Oh, because my bishop is hanging. Right. So I was sacrificing my bishop, sort of. Even though it's... So that was the brilliant... Okay. Yeah, it does like knight takes h7. The point is, if they take here, you take with check. I just didn't see what the follow-up was. Check? I thought the queen was just going to go back and forth. Stockfish says you can go queen g5. Ah, you're threatening the checkmate with the rook. So they can't take your bishop, and now you can come in. Ah, okay. Instead, we did this. We got the fork, and we still have a winning endgame. Okay. All right. Let's go for another elephant gambit. I'll try not to mess it up this time. Pre-move that. No. Okay, this one I'm pretty sure we take and play f5. It's a little bit risky, but we get a big center. We chase these knights around. I think there's some crazy lines here if knight comes into e5. He doesn't want to go for it, so we push. And he does that. I'm going to just go bishop e7. So we want to get rid of the pin, but we also want to make a useful developing move. So let's just play bishop e7. Ooh, goes all the way back. Surprising. Okay. Let's develop. Now, should I take that or should I just keep developing? I feel like I should just keep developing, right? It's just a pawn. I don't care about a pawn. I want my pieces out as fast as possible. Now I have threats. I have legitimate threats here. Okay, so if I go there, he has to move his queen and also guard this, which leaves 3 options. Maybe I'll just castle. Because now I have threats of this, right? Still have my knight d4 move, but I'm also thinking about rook e8. Maybe jumping the bishop over here. Maybe taking in bishop g4. Always have to watch out for check, but that's easy enough to deal with. We just tuck the king in the corner. What's your prediction, guys? Who's going to win this game? Am I going to win? Do you like this position? I mean, it doesn't look like white's developed to me. This is awkward. But is it enough? What do you guys think? Yeah, we're going to win. Elephant's going to win. All right, let's see. He goes bishop to yes. So he's trying to just kind of get his king to safety here. I'm going to try to stop that and force him to go here. Because if that happens, he's in big trouble. Now, this one, for some reason, I was thinking he can't get away with that. Because I'm going to attack him here. I'm going to take. Ooh, and bishop f5. And I'm just winning, right? You guys see how when you have all your pieces out and your opponent doesn't? Like, these things just pop up out of nowhere. I think he's just lost. Bishop f5, and I think we win. Check doesn't do anything because I have this. I think he's done. He's done for. Everything's defended. It's amazing. There's a random check, but who cares? I just move, like I said. It doesn't solve his problem. "13 moves, and we are already winning, I think. Elephant Gambit. This should put us over 2,400. Famous last words. I think he's done. Yep. I've said it before and lost. This one's going to be hard to mess up. It's very clear what's coming next. Very clear. And then he can't castle. His king is stuck. I have all these pieces. And I have plenty of time to figure out the winning line. Is he thinking about a way to defend, or is he thinking about, oh, he's going to sacrifice his queen to stop this and try to play on? Okay. You can do that, but I don't think I'm done attacking just yet. I'm feeling this one, guys. I'm feeling this one, but that might be too much. Yeah, that might just be. So, I mean, okay, we're up a queen. But if he castles and gets some sort of counterplay, maybe that wouldn't be ideal. So maybe I play here to force some trades. Yeah, it should be good. Let's go. The point is, I want to trade the bishops. He's going to try to castle to get away, but now I have rook f2. And I'm going to force more trades this way. Yeah, I think he's going to resign now. I think he's going to resign in like the next 2 moves. Because you can't avoid this pin. So this trade has to happen. But now I also have a rook here and a knight here, and it just looks like I have a cool move. I don't know if it's brilliant or not, but it's a cool move. Probably not brilliant, though. The point is he can't take my queen because I have back rank checkmate. The problem is the knight would come out, hit my queen, and deal with the back rank. And then I just kind of wasted a move. As cool as it looks, I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can get away with sacking that. Actually, maybe we could, because queen g2. Oh, no, there's bishop check. It gets a little tricky. I mean, maybe I just bring my knight back and then bring the rook over. Maybe that's just a simple thing to do. Or just defend my knight. Maybe I just defend the knight. c5. He does have c3, but what? Actually, I don't need to defend the knight. Maybe I just bring this rook over. This rook can't move yet, right? There is knight h3, though. That's coming next. Knight h3 is coming next. What about rook d2? Will that force a trade? Make my life easy? Rook d2 might do the trick. Let's go rook d2. Either force a trade or force him to leave. This pressure will go away. I'm no longer getting forked. And then maybe I can come over and keep attacking. Or bring this rook in somehow. I mean, I'm literally up a queen for a bishop, so any trades make it easy. As long as I don't blunder some tactic, I'm going to win. Remember, when you're way ahead, the more pieces that come off, the easier it gets. So trading a pair of rooks is... Okay, he does resign now. All right. Let's check. Check for the brilliant moves. Ooh, okay, 91. No brilliance, but a nice game. And this is what I always play. Yeah, f5. This is the Stockfish approved line. And e4. Yeah, see, Stockfish agrees with me here. Don't take the pawn. Just develop your knight. It doesn't like castling. Now it wants me to take the pawn. I guess it wants me to threaten bishop g4. Which is fair. Oh, and also it says white can play e5. I was going to go knight g4, I thought. Okay. I can't attack with bishop here because of the fork. So this actually is a little annoying for me. That's why Stockfish wanted to take the pawn. It doesn't push on you. Okay. But yeah, knight d4 now, and yeah, now we're just winning. Now we're just winning. Yep. Elephant Gambit for the win. 2400. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, someone had said King's Gambit, right? Let's play the King's Gambit. Knight c6. So wait, what if I... Wait. What if I just go like c3 and d4? What's going to happen? Also, if I take, what's the idea? They can't take back, can they? Is that some sort of crazy gambit? Queen h4 check, g3 here. No, I have queen e2. I have queen e2. So I'm just going to take and threaten d4, right? What am I? Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn something. Oh, that's what they wanted? Okay. d4, right? This is great for me. I don't really care about this pawn. I think I would much rather like just develop and castle. But I could also push. The idea is here I have a fork. You have to kind of take this way, which... Not sure how awkward that is actually. Bishop g5 though. No, bishop g5 might be a nice move. Oh yeah, I like that one. Because it's kind of annoying. You can't block with the knight here. You could block here, but that's a weird place for the knight. And if you do this, What am I doing? Just taking or even just going back? If we go back, what's the idea? Well, this pawn is pinned, so you have to take this way. I could push. Knight's going to move somewhere. Then I could actually take this pawn. Oh, I like that. No, I like that. You guys see that? That's so sneaky. Here. He could go 97. But still, these knights are so ugly and like, this has got to be good for me. It's got to be good for me, right? Okay, he's going to go in, and I'm going to jump in with my sneaky move. Taking advantage of the pin. Threatening some nasty checks here. This is unfortunately defended, but we could attack it if we needed to. Can't go there just yet because the knight, but if that moves, bishop b5 would be an annoying threat. But right now it's queen h5. Queen h5 is the big threat. Okay, so check. If he moves that way, we have a fork. If he moves this way, we have a fork. We get a rook. But then I'm probably getting checkmated. Oh, wow. That's actually super dangerous. Yikes. I did not see this one at all. Ooh. Wow. Okay, hold on. We got to be careful here, guys. We got to be really careful. So check. G6 takes. I can't go back to E2 because of this annoying knight. I think we have to get rid of this knight. This knight is too strong. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to play a move like C3. Let him take. Take here. He takes here. Still tricky. There's like bishop G3. There's a check. I mean, I don't know what's happening here, but don't think we can allow this. That's just too bad. Unless I could somehow sacrifice this, then do it. Then there's no longer a checkmate, but it's still not good for me, no. That was a good move. That was a really good move. Okay, we're going to have to do this, unfortunately. It's the only way I see out of this mess. I think I messed this up. This one I have queen e2, thankfully, to save my bishop. It's probably not a great position for me, though, but we'll have to do the best we can. Alternatively, he might try this. And then... see, knight c3 takes. King moves. I don't know what's happening there. This one, okay, that's easy enough. Also could throw in this check. It's pretty annoying, I think. Bishop d7, he would lose castling rights. That's something valuable. Bishop g3. What I have to avoid is a queen trade and losing my rook. That's the issue. Okay, he's going to go for this endgame. All right. So we're down a pawn. But if we can get castled quickly, we might have a little bit of compensation. A little bit. Okay, we'll castle. Now this is defended. Okay. I think I'm going to go check and check. Check and check to stop the king from castling. Okay. So he voluntarily goes there. I think I have to save my bishop. I'll go here. I don't like the doubled pawns, but I couldn't go here. And I definitely didn't want to go here and coordinate my rooks. So we had to take the doubled pawns. Yeah, it's not a good ending. It's not a good ending for me. All right, let's make a cheap threat here. See how he's going to get away from that. If he runs in the middle, that looks a little dangerous to me. That looks a little dangerous. But if you run over here, then I'm winning a pawn. Actually, there's bishop f5. Can he play that? And that also looks kind of dangerous. I don't know. He's going to go for it. So check bishop f5. If I take and he takes, check, he just goes back. He's actually pretty solid there. So what I should probably do instead is go here and invade on the 7th rank while I still can, before he gets a rook there. Because he's going to move his bishop and then next move put a rook. But right now, he can't. Which means I have time to invade and start taking stuff. Or even double up before he can get a rook there. So, well, let's do it. So he's going to give up a pawn. Alternatively, I can go here. Let's see. He would be able to invade here, though, which is pretty good for him as well. So yeah, probably the best decision is to do this. Not let his rook invade. I like my king to run up here. Or maybe here. Okay, time advantage is important, especially in these rook endings, because you don't want to get flagged. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't want to give up the file, but he kind of has to. Rook c8 probably, but that's an ugly move. No, b5. Okay. I think it's important to keep that guy defended for now. Let me go bring my king. We have en passant, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Then it makes his rook pretty active. I think I'm going to play this. Keep my strong passed pawn. And if he takes me, now my bishop is really good. Also would come with an attack on the pawn. Oh, he has check. Let's not allow that. You know what? Maybe I just push. No, let's get the king out of there first. Now maybe we push. Is that too risky, though? Yeah, we don't want to lose that pawn. Let me just attack. Let me just attack his pawn. How about this one? Which one? Let's try to get him to move his rook here, away from this file. Then I will go with this. Larry, wow. Thank you very much. Nursing a pinched nerve and watching a lot of your videos. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Hopefully that gets better soon. How long does that take to heal? Appreciate that. Okay, he does go back. Great. Now I can swing over here and hopefully win this pawn. And we don't have to worry about the rook coming in, which is what I really didn't want to deal with. Okay, this one I don't care about. This one's defended. Let's take a pawn. I'm going to go back to the 7th, try to keep his king tied up here. And then maybe we start pushing this guy. Or just here and here looks good too. Actually, while this pawn is blocking the bishop, maybe I will push this guy. Oh, I didn't see that. Am I losing my pawn now? Ah, I did not see that. Ah, all right, let's go. Let's go. If I go there, he goes there. Takes, takes. I go there. Takes, takes. He pushes. I go there. I feel like I should have a win, but I don't know if I know the technique. Ah. Okay, we'll learn something. We'll learn something here. I feel like there's some like tricks you can do to win, but I don't remember them when I have 1 minute on the clock. That's the thing. So it's just a draw. See, I think I might have misplayed that. I'm not sure, but I feel like I misplayed something there. Skewer doesn't work because he defends. You can't checkmate him. Ah. All right. We got to just do this. Yeah, thanks a lot, Larry. Hope you feel better soon. All right. Let's see what did I do wrong. There must have been a win there. There must have been a win there at the end. No, it wasn't. There wasn't a win. Okay. Oh, I don't feel as bad. I thought there was, but I guess his king was too close. Yeah, so this was actually a bad idea on my part because of exactly what they did. Queen e7, queen takes. They played it perfectly. Okay, and then the endgame, they messed it up here a little bit. No, I mean, oh wait, here's the win. Rook e7 hits the bishop, and then d6 escorts the pawn. Yeah, losing that pawn was my mistake. Losing that pawn was a big mistake. So this is just a draw, according to Stockfish. There's no way to win this. The other thing I was thinking about doing was running my king this way to like try to catch the pawn like this. Stockfish says this is also just a draw, though. Although I'm not sure what, because he's going to bring his rook into the game now. Yeah, very complicated stuff. But after we went down this path, yeah, there's no tricks. Okay. I think I just was too slow. Because sometimes if your king is in just the right spot, like for example, if it was my turn here, I could have checked him. And if he goes, let's just say here, like for example, let's say black would have wasted a move, like just randomly push this pawn or something and allowed my king to get here. Now it's a win because I can throw in this check, forcing his king in the file, and I can do fancy stuff like king f2. And if you get a queen, boom, I win the queen. See that? So that's what I was trying to go for in the game, but I was too slow. It just didn't work because his king was one step ahead of me. See that? Okay, so I didn't miss anything. It just was a draw. Okay, we lost 2 points. Not the end of the world. Okay, it's time. It's time for a bathroom gambit. Elephant bathroom gambit at the same time? Okay, let's see if we're going to get a wasp. Bishop c4 would allow me to play the wasp. Variation of the elephant gambit. No, he goes for this. I like to play bishop d6 against this, I think. Although bishop c4, I really need to review these lines because I don't remember. I think this is a mistake because queen h5. But if that's the case, then I have no moves. Because I have to defend this and I can't, right? So I kind of have to play takes and go for that line. Yeah, we gotta check that after the game because I might have done something wrong there. But he doesn't go for it. So let's just develop. Let's just develop in castle. And I mean, we've seen it before, right? So many times we've seen it that they get into trouble because they've blocked their bishop, right? So let's see if we can make that happen again. He wants to castle this way. Okay. So bishop b4, I kind of like, because now if you castle and I take, you've really weakened your queen side. Your queen side, but it's where the king is. So I think we just discouraged castling. I think this is a skill that a lot of beginners sometimes don't think about. But if you can prevent your opponent from making the obvious castling moves, or at least give yourself some kind of advantage, that's usually a really good thing to do. Queen c4 might be a good move because he's going to take with the queen now. It doesn't have such weaknesses. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, I don't really know what to do. If I go here and he takes, I have to take. That was a pretty good move, actually. I did not consider that one. Well, now I feel silly with my bishop on b4. Okay, well, it happened. I guess I'm committed at this point. Make the trade. Let me just try to develop my bishop out here. Now if he castles, at least I have to think about this. Okay, it doesn't do it. It goes here. So I'm going to go for this weird endgame, but there's a bit of imbalance in the pawn structure that I think might actually be okay for me. This clump of pawns here might not be as bad as it looks. I might even be able to use these open files. So let's see. Let's develop the knight here. We're going to need to defend this pawn with f5, so let's do that. Oh, I didn't see this move. Uh-oh. Yikes. Because if I go f4, he's got knight d5. I did not see that at all. Oh, knight d5 is too strong. So we're going to have to sack a pawn here, I think. Okay, so which pawn do we sack? That's the question. Which pawn? All right, I'm gonna do it. I need to get this pawn up because it's clogging up my pieces. I have to get it out of there. Even if I'm gonna lose one of these, it's fine. We have to get this up here. Now it's sort of freed everything up. Right. He's gonna end up getting 2 pawns from it. It's okay. I mean, I say it's okay. It's not really okay, but that I shouldn't have gone for that endgame. Queen d5 was a big mistake. This was a bad decision. Okay, let's try to attack this pawn structure. Okay, the knight is no good here. We have to reroute. Let's go to e5 or c5. Of course, he wants to play c4 and create this pawn chain. So I'm thinking if that happens, then the knight is actually good on e5 because of d3. Then you have to leave your knight guarding that. I'm going to get my king on f7. Basically, we're going to try to hold on for a draw this game. I don't think we have any winning chances whatsoever. Okay, why does it feel like I can just go here and take a pawn? What am I missing? Ah, he wants to do this sneaky move. So here, takes check. Okay, so we avoid that by moving the king. So that if the knight does move there, there's no longer any checks to my king. So you can't go there, and I just take it. Now I am threatening to go here and win the pawn. So yeah, white has to be careful. They don't just lose this pawn now. That's the risk of pushing it too far, too fast. Is they can just get captured. He's going to defend with the other rook. Option 1, we go here. And 2, we go here. I guess this one is the safer option. We attack the pawn. He pushes the pawn. We attack the pawn. I mean, I'm going to try. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try to win this pawn. We are going to try to win this pawn, guys. One way or another here. I think it's okay if we trade the rooks here. Because then this pawn is definitely mine. And then it's a question of, am I able to survive that endgame? Maybe not. We have to try. That's pretty good, actually. Because what he did with g3 was actually stop me from making a pass pawn. I guess I'm just lost here, guys. Any tricks? Do I have any tricks at all? I don't think so. Only thing I could try would be to like push this and then take this and try to get a queen. He has to even give me the opportunity for that. Yeah, it's totally lost. I mean, there's nothing to do. He's just going to push now. B6 just wins easily. I don't know why they didn't just do B6. I couldn't catch the pawn. This is probably still a win, but the other one was easier. Hoping for some pre-moves that didn't happen. All right. Okay, well, there you go. I didn't really play a bad game. They just basically played perfectly. I am curious here. Yeah, so bishop c4 is the main line, but there's also d4. And on, sorry, not here. After d4, here. So yeah, bishop c4 is the main one. Queen e2, what they played, is also good. I am supposed to take, and after queen h5, I'm supposed to go queen e7. This is what I have to remember. Queen e7, and just go into this endgame. Okay. And what happened in the game... Yeah, queen d5 was just an awful decision, because now I didn't see all the stuff that was going to happen here, though. I didn't see all this shenanigans with the knight jumping around everywhere. Yeah, losing 2 pawns is just too much. But they played like a perfect game, so I can't really feel too bad about that. Yeah, everything was... Yeah, even g3, such a great move. Okay, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If they play a perfect game, they're going to win. Oh, we haven't played a Caro-Kann in a while. Ooh. Von Hennig Gambit. F3. We want to open up the F file and attack here. Also speeds up our development if they take it. Of course, if they don't take it, then we'll take back in the center. Most people take it. Okay, they can do this where they just say, I don't want a free pawn. I just don't want your knight to come out quickly. So now we put the knight here. And we have a cool thing where we attack the bishop. We attack the bishop. And we're trying to force them to play one of these pawn moves so that we don't trap the bishop, right? But once they do that, it allows our knight to jump in and attack the bishop. And the reason that's such a good thing is because if this pawn is no longer able to recapture, and they have to take back this way, then this is weak. And if they do this, well, now we can push and sort of just jam them up with the pawns. They're going to go knight d5, and I'm going to take with the bishop, and I'm going to play g6. So it's a pawn sacrifice, and the point is, usually they take here. Oh, it goes back. Okay. Well, the point is, I was going to say, just they have really bad pawns, weaknesses everywhere. This one... I mean, I guess they still have a weakness here. Queen b5, knight g6. We castle long, we use the rooks. That's the idea. It's not as fun. I don't like when they play this e3 move, but you can't, obviously you can't stop them. Right? They get to choose. So I'm expecting knight c6. Everybody plays knight c6. And then I have to decide if I want to play a3 to stop this or not. I think I will play a3 because I think that's a pretty annoying move. I wonder what they're thinking about. Bishop e7, maybe? Queen somewhere? I don't know. I feel like this is what everybody plays. Whoa. Well, that's what they were thinking about. I mean, we don't want to give up 2 pieces for a rook. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to castle. But I also have check, but then there's queen. I'm going to castle. I'm going to stop the pieces coming in. Maybe rook e1. King b1. Let's line up here. I'm threatening this one, I think. Because then I have a nice check. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see if it's going to work. So takes, check. I know you can block with the rook. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, okay. So what do I do? Queen b5, and then we trade. 2, 4, 6. It's even material. Do I have to worry about the sack here, though? That's what I'm not sure about, right? Check. I don't think so. I don't like this, actually. I don't like this over here. I think I should not let that just sit there. I think I should trade. Because this just looks like a checkmate waiting to happen for black, right? Okay, I think we have to go back. He wants to go here and win a pawn. How do I stop that? I guess I have to defend, which is awkward. Very awkward. No, he doesn't want that. He does this. That's what he wants. So if, okay, let's see. If I move the knight, I do have a threat. So maybe I just go back and defend, but then he takes. Now my threat is no longer very good. So if I don't do that, what else can I do? Well, I could take here. Bishop takes, bishop g5. I'm sacking 2 pieces for a rook, but at least I'm opening up the position. I don't love it, but if I just move the knight, I'm in trouble. If I don't move the knight and I take here, I'm also in trouble because now this is happening. I guess technically I could try to defend, but no, I can't. Then I'm getting forked. Yeah, I think we got to go for it. As bad as it is, I think we have to do it. Okay, so here we go. We'll get my rook. And then hope that my rooks can outperform 2 bishops, which is very unlikely. But since there's not a ton of pawns left, the bishops might have a harder time and the rooks might be a little bit better because there's going to be a lot of open files. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting endgame, I think. Let's see what happens. Okay, he wants to fork me. He wants to fork me here. I could take a pawn. And then if he forks me, I take this. If you take and I take and you take, what is happening there? If I take the bishop, you take, then I go down here. Pin you have to play like rook back. Oh, then I get, then I lose. No, I don't. It's, no, yes, I do. Okay. All right, hold on. Yeah, what if I just do this? What's going to happen? No problem. We take a piece. At that moment in time, it's equal. It's equal. I lose a rook. I get a rook. I lose a rook. I get a rook. I lose a piece. Wait a second. No, that doesn't work. Wait, how did I calculate that before? Takes, takes, takes. He takes me. Take him. He takes me. Take him. He takes me. I take him. I'm down a piece in that situation, actually. I am down a piece, but I have a pawn. Is he going to be able to win that? I don't know. Alternatively, what? What if I take this? That's the same thing that I looked at. All right, let's go. This looks like it's going to be more fun. Let's do this one. Yeah. So what's going to happen here is he's going to have the knight and the bishop against the knight, but I'm going to have 3 pawns against 2 pawns. I don't think they can win that. I'm essentially saying I think this is a draw. Oh, he's got check and defend the pawn. Oh, man. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. Now I have to worry about this pawn. That's a huge problem. In my calculation, I thought I was getting that pawn. Oh, boy. Yay. Now it's not as simple. If without that pawn on the board, it's pretty easy. I just kind of chill over here. He's not going to be able to win, but this is a totally different story. Ooh, I see a cool line. Sack my king and then get a fork. Yes. Sack the king and fork him. If only you were allowed to do that. Okay. What if I go here? What's going to happen? Bishop e5. We take the pawn. No, we can't afford to do that. If this was any other piece, it would be a good move. If it was like a rook, it would be a great move. Too bad. Too bad. I'm just lost now. I needed that pawn to be gone, and it's not gone. I'm trying to keep his knight and bishop stuck. Right? If he moves the knight, I take his pawn. If he moves the bishop, I take his knight. I'm trying to keep that dynamic. And if I can trade pawns over here, we're probably in good shape. Now, you have to remember, knight and the bishop you can checkmate with. So if I lose all my pawns and my knight and he has the knight and the bishop, I will lose. Although doing it in time pressure might be challenging for this person, depending on how much they've studied it. That actually would be pretty interesting to see. Maybe I'll go for that if I get an opportunity. If I trade all these pawns, sack my knight, and then see if they can win in 2.5 minutes. Okay, interesting move there. What is going on? I'm getting forked, but then my king can run over. I don't know. I think I'm in trouble, actually. He goes there. I gotta go faster. Ah. King e7, I think I'm going to play c5 and knight b7. Here, I think I'm going to go for the fork right away. Well, actually, yeah, let me do it this way. I can't pre-move that. Okay, good, good. Now he has to checkmate me with a knight and a bishop and figure out a way to take my knight, which is not going to happen. As long as I don't get flagged. He's offering me a draw. Why don't you just try to win, dude? No, just try to win. Oh, he's trying to be nice so he doesn't flag me. I see. I just wanted to see if he could win, even if I gave him the knight. I just wanted to see. Here, take the knight, dude. Take it. All right. I just want to see. This is just for my own curiosity. Does he know how to win with 17 seconds? I'm going to say no. Yeah, he doesn't know. He's not even going to try. Okay. That's kind of funny. 82. 82.7, 82.9. Okay. Dogfish wanted me to play knight h3 to hit the rook. And then after it moves, if it moves there, you have bishop g5. Still bishop g5. Still bishop g5. They wanted me to put my bishop on g5. Okay. And then here, the best move was to take it and play bishop b6, hit the rook. What? Oh, because you're hitting the knight at the same time. Wow. Didn't see that. Instead, I went for this losing endgame because I didn't see this check. In my mind, I thought, okay, he's going to go here. I'm going to take this. He's going to take this. Is what I thought was going to happen. And I thought I would probably be able to draw this somehow. But then I should have lost for sure. The fact that we got a draw was very lucky. Yeah, just got to take the pawns, and it's a draw. Let's try a Budapest gambit. You got into chess thanks to the YouTube algorithm randomly recommending me your channel. It helped me to stop doom scrolling. Much love. Hey, that's cool. Well, thanks. I'm glad you're here learning. Very nice. Okay. He goes bishop g5. Maybe at just f6? Huh. Why don't I remember seeing this move? I don't remember. I guess we go f6. And then just take with the knight, probably. So it's kind of like a... Sort of like my Caro-Kann gambits, where I open up the f-file, but not as good because my bishop's stuck. Okay, you always want to check these type of tactics because sometimes when you have these pieces lined up, you can take and then grab a piece and it works out in your favor. For example, if they take me, I take them. We're fine. The issue is if they take with the knight, then they have two knights defending their bishop. And I only have the one defending it, so it's not going to work. But it's worth considering that. Let's bring out my knight. And then I'll probably castle. All right, let's go ahead and castle. Ali Riza did the knight and bishop checkmate in a bullet game? Oh, wow. That's very impressive. The only way that I think I could do it in a bullet game would be if it was almost identical to the position that I've specifically studied and remember in my mind. It's forcing them into the corner that I would probably mess up, I think. I don't know. That'd be interesting to try, actually. That'd be very interesting to try. Okay, so what's the situation here? I'm going to play this move to set up the tactic that I just talked about, actually. Because now if you go back, I think I can do this. Because now when the knight takes, only one knight is defending the bishop, not both knights. You guys see that? And then I could take the bishop. And if I force them to take here, well, now I've opened up my really terrible bishop and it becomes an absolute monster here. So that's the idea. All right. He goes for it. Am I missing anything? If you take me, I take you. Yes, let's go. Beautiful tactic. Oh, I can see that move. Oh, I got swindled or bamboozled or whatever you want to call it. Man, I did not see that. Guess I'm just losing a piece. All right, let me think about this. If I go here, see that what he wants to do is take with the queen. Ah. How could I have not noticed that? Rook f7 I don't think helps me any. Does it? Does it help me any? Probably not. All right. That's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We're not going to give up. We're not going to give up here. Let's be aggressive. We're down a piece. We got to be aggressive. We got to do something different. I'm going to try to get my bishop on f5. I don't want to trade pieces. I want to use my bishop on this diagonal and create some counterplay. It's one piece. It's only one piece. Who cares about one piece? Okay, bishop f5. Okay, bishop f6 looks pretty solid. Try to play quickly, maybe put some pressure on the clock. Oh, I could have also thought about knight before there. Maybe I'll do that next. Also rook e8. Pretty annoying with my bishops like this. Let's go. David, love the channel. You watch several channels. Really enjoy mine. Better than Gotham and Abotez. Don't ask about Eric Rosen. Yeah. Yeah, Eric's really good. Eric's really good. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, David. Okay, so we've got him a little bit on the run here. If I take, no, we can't take, that's check, so we can't do that. But we could think about the knight. We could think about, no, I gotta watch out for this move. Maybe just a simple queen move to get my queen up. Okay, we'll go there. He's gonna jump his knight in and I'll probably just drop back. Yeah, I almost do wish I would have played rook f7 earlier because then I would have been one move quicker to double up here. He wants to trade. That's smart. I really don't want to trade if possible, but I also don't want to make my pieces super passive. So this is a tough decision. Yeah, a really tough decision. All right, let's try to keep the pieces on. Let's try to keep them on. Try to keep them on the board. When you're down, you have to keep as many pieces as possible. That's what I'm going to try to do. I mean, if you think of it in terms of like percentages, right? If you add up all of the values, all the point values for me, all the point values for my opponent, being down a piece, you know, it's a small percentage. If you trade most of the pieces off and there's only a couple pieces left, and now you add it up, it's like, no, now it's like a huge percentage difference. So the more pieces I just keep on, the better chances I have of having a chance to outplay them somehow. And then also the other thing to think about is the more pieces we leave on the board, the better chance I have of like getting to some time scramble situation where mistakes can be much more common. Let's save the bishop. We'll see if white's going to go for a sacrifice here. And they do. Okay, so what's the threat? Don't see anything immediately. So now trading pieces is actually not awful because it's just the pawns that I have to stop. Not down a piece anymore. Very interesting. Do I want to like jump my knight in and try to plant my bishop there? Is that a good decision? Huh. Guess? I'm not really sure, guys. I'm not really sure what to do here. We went from one problem, being down a piece, to a different problem, being down 2 pawns, and our king has no shelter from pawns anymore. So I don't know. It was probably a good decision from white, but also practically might give me better chances to come back. I don't feel like white wants to give up that bishop. It looks like it's really defending their king well. So I don't think they're going to take my knight, which means my knight is actually pretty strong in the center of the board, attacking and defending stuff. So, okay, they go back. There's a tactic. Got to move the queen. Had to get away from the pin. I'm setting up maybe some way to attack the knight here. Bring my rook over. I guess maybe in some crazy world, we might have some tactics where we put a bishop there and the knight can jump in. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my mind open. I don't miss any brilliant moves. Like, that's an option. That is an option. I don't think it's super great, but it is an option if I want to like reposition my bishop here for some reason. Honestly, doesn't look that awful. Or just leave it. Bring a rook over. Double up here, maybe. Okay, I think I need to play faster. He's going to reroute maybe to here. So yeah, rook on f7 would actually be smart. Okay, let's do it. Let's put a rook there. Oh, he wants to trade. I mean, I think I'm okay with trading, honestly. Yeah, I'm not going to panic about the trades. Go ahead, trade queens. It's not going to be that easy for him to push these 3 pawns, especially with my king in the position to stop them. So I think, yeah, we do this. We try to play fast, and we try to win with some time pressure mistakes. I think that's the best thing to do. We do have this bishop here. Don't really have to worry about getting checkmated anymore, so that's nice. Wow, gives up the bishop. Ooh. That seems questionable. Probably want to go for a fork if I take with the bishop. So I'll take with the rook if I don't get forked. I'm going to try to put the bishop here, I think. Keeping an eye for tactics with the bishop here. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I should have pinned it. I might have missed an opportunity there. Okay, well, now we can do it. And if you try to push, you lose a pawn. Now I'm only down 2 pawns in an opposite color bishop ending. That's fantastic for me. Let's go here so I can keep my bishop on this nice diagonal. Okay. Is he thinking about taking it? Oh, he is going to take it. Okay. I like that. Now you got some real weaknesses. Maybe check. D5. Let's see. Let's go. If you take this, I'm taking this. This is crazy. Okay, he doesn't want to go for it. Fine. Opposite color bishop or bishop against knight? Ooh. I think we can try to win because of the time situation. I'm going to go with this. I think we can try to win. No. Now I don't think I can win, actually. Maybe still on time. Oh, that was a good move. I didn't see that. A great move, actually. Oh my goodness. We got him. We got him with this bite check at the end. Oh man. What is my heart rate? It's really high, I think. Dude. Okay. I don't deserve that win, but I held on for a long time down a piece, so maybe I do, kind of. There was one moment I had the draw. It was probably when I could have taken the knight and kept the bishops or something. All right, we gotta calm down. We gotta calm down a little bit. So this is the risk. If you try to get too fancy and you don't check all of the details. I missed queen d5, right? In my mind, I was thinking, if this happens, we're fine. If this happens, I'm fine. Totally missed the queen d5 move. I mean, this is +4 for white. I have no business surviving this game. Even his sacrifice was still pretty good. Still keeps about the same advantage for white. And then, yeah, then he lost a little bit. And then here lost a little bit more, messed up his pawns. Blundered rook a3. I didn't see rook a3. What is Stockfish wanting me to do? And then jump in with my bishop, and then... Oh, it's setting up some crazy tactic. Okay, I don't know. That's a lot to follow. Anyway. So I guess that was the only moment when I was kind of had an advantage, was right here if I would have played rook a3. Wow. Yeah, and then otherwise it's going to be a win for white because there's so many pawns. All right. Oh man, what time is it? Do I have time for one last game? Let's see. Yes, let's do one last game, guys. Let's try to get to 2400. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, e4. How about we try a Ponziani? We haven't tried a Ponziani in a while. Ponziani is the move c3. Against knight f6, we play d4. We ignore this. Yeah, this is the problem. Unfortunately, they don't take. These lines are more fun. This one, we just push. Here, I think we go queen e2. You're lining up here, and they're going to do like d5 or f5 to defend their knight. Trying to remember. So I know you always en passant, I'm pretty sure. You always en passant it, because the knight becomes under attack again, and they're going to use the other one to defend it. Oh, no, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Yeah, in fact, I think we could just go here and take a free piece. I think it's that simple. Let me think. Because they can't go queen e7. This can't defend it. This can't defend it. This can't defend it. We just get a free piece. The only move is d3, but then I just go here. Keep the attack. Yep, they just blundered. So last game we were down a piece. This game we're going to be up a piece. Let's see if we can win up a piece now. Okay, so we'll take the piece. Yeah, he's going to try to do this, but we should be able to get away from this. Let me think about this. Option 1, we take, and on rook e8 we play bishop e3. Oh, that looks a little bit risky. Other option is we just take right away. No, then rook e8. I mean, I don't think I've fallen for some trap. I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. I suppose I could be wrong. I really thought there's some way out of this for me. What is it? Takes. If I take with the knight, you take, I take. You play rook e8, play bishop e3. You can throw in a check. Then I have queen d2. Yeah, that should be it, right? Let's not overcomplicate it. We take there. Does it matter which way I take, though? Because if I take with the pawn, I am worried about knight b4 stuff. I think we should take with the knight. Try to trade the knights first. And then the bishop defends here. Check. We have queen d2. I think we're sure. Oh, he does this. Okay, that's different. But still, we go here. Queen b4, we have queen d2 again, like I said. Yeah, I think we're surviving. And we're up a piece. So now black gets a little bit of compensation, but I don't think it's enough, right? Well, we'll find out. We'll check this one with Stockfish too. This will be interesting to learn. Because what I remember about the line is that you're supposed to, when you have this position, you always push one pawn, and then after the en passant, you push the other pawn. And what I remember is that I'm supposed to attack that usually with my knight, but sometimes you can move your knight and try to do it with a pawn. It gets really confusing. So he goes back. He's going to bring his rooks over, of course. So I need to choose my next moves very carefully. How do we get out of this jam? Queen d2 and queen c3 is what I'm thinking. The point is, we need to get the bishop out. We also need to deal with this, and we know this is coming. So queen d2, let's just say rook d8, queen c3. He's not going to want to trade queens. He has to waste time moving his queen somewhere. And that gives me time to start thinking about developing my bishop. Or maybe trading rooks. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm like 99% sure he's going to go here. Okay. Okay. I was obviously wrong. All right. Well, now I can develop my bishop. And castle. And be up a piece. End of story. I think rook d8 was better because you could have gone rook d8 and then like queen g6 and it would have been a little bit more challenging for me to get my bishop out. But now it's already out and I just castle. So I don't think that was as good. Okay. There we go. All right. Now we can relax a little bit. Go back to the basics. We're up a piece. Trade some pieces. Let's bring a rook over. So we got him with the Ponziani. We got him with the little trick. Okay. All right. That seems like a really good square for the bishop. I could also just try to trade, but he's not going to trade. So I may as well just do this. I think I will play either h3 or g3 to fix my back rank problems right away. And yeah, they're thinking the same thing. Don't know if it matters. I'll go with h3. That way my bishop stays defended. g3, king g2 was probably also fine, but then you do have to think about stuff like this. If the queen somehow gets there this way. Yeah, I mean, I still have to think about this, but that's not a good sacrifice, so we're fine there. Let me save my pawn. Queen g6 obviously would threaten bishop h3. Yep. So let's just sidestep that pin. Now our pawn can function again. Okay, good. Oh, he's going to trade with me? Okay, sure. I would love to trade. We can trade again if you want. If not, I've taken control of the file. We can start invading. Okay, let's not lose a pawn here. Although queen d7, he can't take it because his rook is under attack, so I could still go there. But I think I'll play b4. Kind of undermine this pawn chain a little bit so my bishop has some more options. If he takes, for example, it opens up d4. And if not, I'm going to have a weakness, okay? Should have long castled for the content? I didn't even think about castling long. It never even crossed my mind. Oh, you're talking about right here? Oh. Yeah, maybe. Didn't even think about it. He goes rook there. I'm going to go here, maybe. So remember, I would be happy to trade queens because I know that the bishop's going to be much more powerful in an endgame. So queen trade is definitely good for me. Right, of course he doesn't want to do that. I could also go on the offensive here. Or maybe just push this pawn. Kind of want to keep that pawn if I can, though. Maybe rook d4. Let's go rook d4. I want to keep that pawn. I'm not worried about any back rank stuff because my king is going to be fine on h2. So that's not a big deal. Only way it could be a problem is if like his queen and rook were somehow back here, then I would have to think about some stuff. But even then, I could probably just run. So we're not worried about that. Time, still plenty of time. When I get to like 1 minute, that's when I'm going to start thinking about it more. But right now, I just want to make good moves. And look for, I mean, obviously look for ways to force trades. Also, if I can attack the king, maybe now is the time. I do have the bishop lined up here and kind of just supporting everything in the middle. So yeah, maybe I will. Okay, he's going to try to do something. Check here. Check. G3. Yeah, he's got nothing. I'm going for checkmate. He has nothing. Check, check. I can just play G3. My queen is even able to defend if I need it. My bishop is amazing. And he's got checkmate and 1 to worry about. So we're going to flush the king out. We're going to flush the king out. I mean, I could also like take some pawns, but I think I'd rather just go for his king. Queen b4, I have to make an interesting decision. Do I go for the queen trade, yep, that I was wanting, and deal with the 2 pawns? Or do something else? Check here. Rook h7, maybe? Ah, rook h7 is good. Rook h7 is real good. Because how's he going to deal with this? Oh, no. I can't believe I just did that. I could have played rook g8 and it had the same effect. That he can't defend his pawn. I could have played rook g8. I could have traded the queens and won. Now I'm going to lose. Ah, I'm going to lose. Unless I get checkmate here somehow, but there's no checkmate here, I don't think. Dude. I thought I was like, I'm totally safe. There's nothing to worry about. There's still a fork to worry about. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I have like some final little tricks here. But other than that, he's going to go king g6, I think. Other than that, I'm out of stuff. So can I play f4 actually? Check. f4 is an interesting move. Man. That is just awful, guys. So awful. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no! Ah. I mean, I was losing anyway at this point and still down on time. The blunder was earlier. Look at that graph. Just look at it. Like, he just, yeah, just here, take a piece. Just take a free piece. Thank you very much. I will. I think I played this perfectly. Like, I found every single move here, just like Stockfish would have. Literally, every move was, like, great. So you play the whole game, like, perfectly, and you throw it away with one stupid move. This is winning, but Stockfish likes my move better. And then, yeah, Rook G8 instead of Rook H7. All you have to do is avoid this fork. Just avoid the fork, Nelson. Your idea was fine. You win. You win. What's he going to do? If he pushes this, you're coming in here, it's over. I don't know why I went back to C1. Also, that was kind of silly. Oh, this is a draw. I have actually a draw here? I have perpetual check. Dude. Wait, where's perpetual check? Queen D8? Threatening this? And then I just keep checking him and he can never leave? Wow. Even here, if I play queen b8, keeping the threats from behind, he's not going to have time to bring his rook over. I could probably still hold on for a draw. I mean... That's chess for you. Yes, well said. I gotta stop, guys. I can't play any more games. That's brutal. Losing a game like that is just brutal. To be fair, I did win one from the other side, but still, so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you play better chess than I do. See you guys.